Hey, it's your friend Sanchino Plays here, mixing up the channel once again by including something that is not either a reaction video or an Aether Raids defense compilation, which at the time of posting this video will have happened less than 24 hours ago. So I thought that I'm trying to expand a little bit what I'm trying to do with this channel, including more types of videos with Fire Emblem Heroes, maybe eventually branch out into other games. So I thought that the best way to start that off is to potentially start with my summons for the Dawning Reality and NIFL banner, which includes 3 characters from Fire Emblem Fates, which is a game that, despite what people may think regarding the writing, it is very near and dear to my heart. But then we also have NIFL, who for some reason is not a mythic hero, despite being the literal god of ice in this game's lore. So I guess what we want to do is set a few ground rules first. The first thing that I want to lay out is that I will not be waiting for the summoning animation for every single summon. I think that will just clog up the video and just make it way longer than it needs to be. I definitely will be summoning to the Spark, and if we don't get a NIFL, I definitely intend to spark her and try her out. I think that she might be a very interesting unit, considering she is the first cavalry dragon that we get in this game. Another thing to lay out is that I might try to answer some questions that I've received on my Discord server, which I'll be starting to post in the link below. Some friends of mine from other Discord servers have gotten a first look at it, so hopefully if you're interested, you'll consider joining the little club that I have going for you guys. So yeah, I had a few questions on there. There's not a lot at the moment. We only have like 50-something subscribers at the moment, so we'll just go with the motions, talk about a few questions actually that I've gotten, and sort of give my opinions on some of the units that I might summon as we go. And without further ado, let's just start with the summoning. So, okay, to start off, we were already off to a pretty bad start, because we have no colorless focus units, but I still intend to summon on these because there are some merge projects that I have going on at the moment that are colorless, so I'm still going to be summoning colorless. The intention is to get all the way to the Spark and not snipe any colors this time, because aside from NIFL, I'm not particularly going after anyone on this banner. So it'll be interesting to see who our free summon is, and it is a 3-star Mordecai. Disrespectful. Love Mordecai, but 3-star free summon is just not it. And we follow it up with a 3-star Mustafa, who I actually already have as a +10 unit. Definitely outclassed by the likes of Echidna and Ninja Hana, but I thought that he was a very interesting character in Awakening, so I decided I would get him the +10 when I saw that he was the demote unit when his banner came out. So next unit we have summoned is Brady, and speaking of Awakening, actually, I did get one question from Bazooka Pig on my Discord server asking about my thoughts on Lonku as a character, because in a similar way that I have a character that I personally just go absolutely crazy over, he very much likes Lonku as a character, and I think that he's a very good character in Awakening. Okay, this is a much better summoning circle. I think that he's a very interesting character in Awakening. As far as Fire Emblem Heroes goes, I think that he can be very good if given the right investment. I've seen Bazooka Pig's Lonku, and it is very much stacked in terms of its stats, his stats. But personally, I don't see myself building him anytime soon. He's a Gen 1 unit that is very much outclassed at the moment. But to anyone who likes Lonku and is considering doing the merge project, what I have to say to that is definitely go for the units that you like, because otherwise, why enjoy the game if you're only going to be playing with the units that everyone else has? Sure, Fallen Edelgard is everywhere and everyone might want to have one in their barracks, but if you like Altena, for example, definitely build Altena. Give her all of the skills. Give her that summoner support. All I have to say is go for it. Speaking of favorite units in my barracks, a question from False Sense, also on my Discord server, he wants to know what my favorite unit in my barracks is. Definitely my Silas. He is my absolute favorite character from Fire Emblem. Some may say that he's got the character development of a piece of cardboard, and while I may be inclined to agree in comparison to other characters in not just the Fire Emblem series as a whole, but Fire Emblem Fates on its own, I just can't explain why I was so drawn to this character when I played it back when I was in high school, and that just sort of stuck with me. I was so excited when he got added into Fire Emblem Heroes, and I knew that I wanted to get him to the plus 10 when I started plus 10ing units. I wanted to give him all the good skills, and his build, you'll get to see it once I finally put out my plus 10 barracks tour. You'll see the builds that I've invested into him. So it is I've heard him be described as disgusting when I share him in other Discord servers, so definitely y'all should look out for that. So the summons are not going as I planned at the moment. Not a single 5-star, which is a little disappointing. But we're just going to keep going. I know that I'm going to get to the spark, so I'm going to get at least one 5-star. And depending on the amount of orbs I have at the end of this, I'll try to break the pity rate and get another 5-star off of this banner, and then just call it a day. None of the units on this banner are characters that I particularly would like to plus 10. Orochi seems interesting. Charlotte is a very strong unit, but I absolutely hate her art. There's just something off about it that is just off-putting to me. Nyx I never liked as a character. She just makes me uncomfortable for whatever reason. And then there's NIFL, who is like, she has a very interesting niche being a cavalry blue dragon. Has a similar role to Kemp in spreading status conditions. But, melee cavalry units aren't as strong as they used to be in Aether Raid's defense. Aether Raid's offense, I guess you could try to use her, but definitely avoid using her in Astra season because of the fact that Thrasir is running around. And, oh, we got our Orochi. Okay, so we got the 4-star Orochi, which means we are not going to be losing our pity rate, which is fine by me. If there's anything that bothers me, it is a 4-star focus unit showing up as a 5-star when I am very much not trying to plus 10 that unit. Back when Valentine's Alphonse was new to the game, I knew I wanted to plus 10 him, and I appreciated every 5-star copy that I got because it meant I was going to save at least 20,000 feathers. But when I was summoning for young Tana for her trace skill, and I kept getting 5-star Leons, that got me mad. I was not appreciative of the 5 stars that I was getting. And now I have a plus 6 young Leon when I did not invest a single feather into him. So I might finish him someday, but I did not intend for that to happen at all. So we're getting some very interesting summoning circles at the moment. Nothing to add to my merge projects at the moment. No focus units other than that 4-star Orochi. So this is going pretty interesting. I guess this might be a good point to segue into another question, also from Bazooka Pig, regarding what new character I would add to Fire Emblem Heroes. And that's a very interesting question, because a lot of my all-time favorites from Fire Emblem Heroes have already been added to the game. The likes of Chrom, Silas, Sigurd. They're already in the game, and some of them already have alts, multiple alts. We got the 3-star Lissa, but she is a merge project I have going on at the moment. One of those plus 10 characters that you like situations, not because they're necessarily meta, but if there's something that you want to know, if there's something that you should know about my playstyle, it is that I only if I'm plus 10ing a 3 to 4-star character, I will only do so for characters who I get a 4-star copy of. So basically, if I get a 3-star copy of Lissa, who's a merge project at the moment, I'm not going to keep that 3-star copy because that's 2,000 feathers that I could invest into something else. Or add to the 20,000 that I need to 5-star a 4-star character. So right now what I'm about to do is send home all of the 3 stars that I have obtained so far, just to start us off, and then send home anything that doesn't have any particular fodder that I'm interested in. Let's see here. Thing is, everyone here has something that I could use. I guess except for Sarah, Ogma, Riss. These are characters that don't necessarily have fodder that I need at the moment. So I am going to send them home and then make everyone else into a combat manual. So you get a slight glimpse into what my barracks are. You're welcome, but you're not seeing the things that I'm excited to showcase in my Plus 10 barracks tour. So that still gets to be a little bit of a surprise. So we got our last 10 summons before the Spark. Let's hope that we can get something else before it. Even if it's a colorless 5-star, I'll take it. So there's some colorless 5-stars that have really good fodder that I could use right now. Layla with Life and Death 4. You know, I don't particularly use Layla at all. So, you know, all but one copy has been foddered at the moment. So do with that as you will. But yeah, I think that's all of our... Oh, I never answered the question of who I would like to see added into Fire Emblem Heroes. Personally, I'm a big Awakening fan, and I very much liked the role that Basilio and Flavia played in Awakening, in the story. I think that they deserved better. I just wish that, in the sense that, I wish that I could see their supports with more characters that aren't each other and the Avatar. If they get added into the game, well, that'll get them a good reputation, hopefully, because I think that they're relatively underrated characters because of the fact that they are added so late into the game to your barracks. Like, you were introduced to them in the early game, but you cannot actually use them as part of your army until, like, 3 chapters before the finale of Fire Emblem Awakening, which is just absolutely disappointing for me, because I thought that they were such interesting characters. They're dynamic with each other, and, their story with being cons of Regna Ferox. So it's like, oh, hello, NIFL. It's about time we got another focus unit. Or a 5-star in general. I have not gotten a single 5-star up until this point. So definitely gonna take this. Plus speed minus res, absolutely god tier, because she has very good speed and her defenses are not good to begin with. So if I don't spark for another NIFL, or if I spark the other NIFL and fodder her, I'm going to be okay with that, because this copy actually has a pretty decent IV without the merge. Hoping I could get something else for some fodder. Orochi does not have really good fodder. Mirror Strike, she only gets it at 5 stars. Attack Res Link, nobody really uses that particular link as much. But, it is what it is. Oh, hello, Charlotte! Your eyes make me very uncomfortable. So does your outfit. But it's good to see you. Okay, so that's two 5 stars before the Spark. Plus HP minus defense. What were her stats again? Her defense is not great. Her bulk is not great. She's definitely a glass cannon. Her HP could make her interesting for an infantry pulse setup. If you've seen my videos, you know that from time to time I'll throw out an infantry pulse setup. Often inspired by Infantry Pulse, the YouTuber. So big shout out to him. He's definitely one of the reasons why I picked up the channel again, because just something about the way he sticks to the characters that he likes to use, which are more primarily infantry units, just got me wanting to pick up the game again and start playing it more, and wanting to put out more content. So shout out to you, IP. You definitely appreciate it on this channel, always. With that in mind, I don't have any more questions. Personally, like I said before, I don't particularly like Nyx. Sure, she has no follow-up and it's great fodder, but I'm not particularly going to use my Spark for fodder. I already have an Orochi who I don't really plan to 5-star or plus 10. So I think that the decision on who to Spark is definitely an easy one. I'm going to Spark for NIFL because I might use one of the 2 copies in Aether Raid's defense once her bonus week comes around. I might consider the possibility of giving her fodder to someone else. I'm not entirely sure of this yet. But definitely nice to have the 2 copies, because that way I have some flexibility as far as what I want to do with her. Because I knew that if I only got the Spark copy, I was going to use her and not fodder her, at least give her a chance. But now I can at least give one of the 2 copies a chance and fodder the other one. I'm definitely leaning more towards the plus speed copy. She has 43 speed to begin with before any sort of buffs or additional stats from anything, which is already a good place to start. So I don't know. I'm definitely interested in using her a little bit to see what kind of niche I could make her fill. But yeah, honestly, that's all I have today. Definitely, I want to, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for sticking around. We still have 33 orbs that I'm definitely gonna save for whatever the next banner is. Depending on the banner, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do these for every banner that comes out. Again, I'd been interested in what the concept of a dragon cavalry unit would be, or what they would look like, and NIFL was just the thing I needed in order to consider summoning on this banner in general. And luckily we don't have a pity rate to break, so I don't have to keep going. So yeah, we'll see what banner comes out in the future that makes me want to summon. Maybe for Choose Your Legends 5, I might save my orbs for that. Unless a seasonal banner comes out beforehand, or the mythic banner, for example. I might try to see what I could get from that, depending on what the mythic character is. I mean, I'm probably going to summon for them regardless, so that I can have all the mythics and have bonus weeks covered, but we'll see how much I summon on that banner whenever it comes out. But yeah, honestly, that's all I have today. For those of you who sent in questions for this, I want to thank you so much for your engagement with the channel. Not a lot of subscribers at the moment, but I appreciate every single one of you for supporting this channel and slowly helping me grow it. Thank you so much for hearing what I have to say about, different characters and the like. And yeah, we got relatively lucky. I got 4 focus units off of this banner. Didn't get a Benny, which was interesting, or a Nyx, and I definitely did not get anything, any copies for my merge projects, which was also kind of sad, but there's always next time. So yeah, this is Sanchino Plays signing out.